It's perfect. Heavy edit splatling is Splatoon's take on What I meant to say is edit splatling is the A10 reincarnated into a paint gun. Added 1 year into the game, its kit and stats have already caught the eyes of many top players.
Okay, let me take a look at this.
In my eyes, that title belongs to number 2, the Heavy Edit Splatling.
Even though Edit won a few tournaments, its usage slowly fell off. But how? How could this glorified laser beam of a weapon fade to obscurity? I'm FB Apple, a day one Edit maiden and a wannabe competitive player, and today I'm going to show you Splatoon's best Splatling. Let's start with the stats, and one thing stands out. My god, does this thing shoot fast. Any partial charge gives a fire rate of 15 shots per second. This is on par with every other Splatling in the game. A full charge, however, rewards the enemies with 20 problems per second. Now, you'd think this much firepower would come at the cost of mobility, but not really. It might not strafe as fast as Mini, or be able to store a charge like Nautilus, but calling Edit slow is just downright wrong. Its strafe speed allows it to outspace anything as long as you have the bullets to back it up. Unaffected jump height paired with coolers I'll talk about later makes pinning this weapon down practically impossible. Edit's range, while not great, is long enough to pressure enemies without being put into too much danger. It dominates short-range weapons, sits on a similar level as other midlines thanks to its mobility, and gets absolutely boxed out with anything with longer range. Edit does come with one glaring weakness. It takes a whole 2 seconds to fully charge the weapon, third longest in the game. While it doesn't seem that long, that's plenty of times for enemies to reposition or make a desperate attempt on your life. Now it's time to make some gear. Any true Splatling player knows this one thing. The run speed god requires a bi-weekly sacrifice of a sploosh player in order to ensure a profitable harvest. What I'm saying is stack run speed like it's crack, because it practically is. Standing, charging, strafing, and shooting are all boosted by run speed, and you will spend a majority of the game doing nothing but this. Jokes aside, Splatling spend a disproportionately large amount of time in kid form account of the time spent charging and using said charge, so run speed is extra effective. Basic utility subs are also necessary. Bomb defense stops slosher combos and fizzy bombs, super jump speed gets you in and more importantly out of situations faster. The 10 invincibility frames you get from ink resistance are super useful, and special saver can help you cycle your special even if you get staggered. Stealth jump is also useful because Edit doesn't have a rolls, shield, or a quick one shot to protect its landing. Charge up is also important so you can better cycle your specials. More details later, but basic utility Edit provides, especially the specials, are critical to a team composition. All of my gear builds are in Sendou.ink, link in the description. My favorite build completely dishes stealth jump so I can use more run speed and charge up. I'm fast in every fight and never far from a special. The main drawback is getting into a fight via super jump is really risky. Wouldn't recommend to most players, only those with an ego as big as mine. Edit is one of the few weapons in the game that got blessed with 2 very strong kits. The vanilla kit comes with Curling Bomb and Tacticular. Edit is pretty ink efficient so it can afford to use curling pretty freely. Basic ink management skills gives you 1 curling bomb and 1 full charge, but the real star of the show here is Tacticular. It's honestly way too easy to farm and doesn't take away your main weapon. Cooler gives you that all-powerful run speed, it doesn't stack too well but still. Swim speed for better escapes and rotations, ink resistance for more mobility, instant super jumps, and instant respawns. The 100% special saver is nice, but Cooler has a 10-second cooldown, so you get less use out of it compared to other weapons. The super buff mobility paired with the instant respawns gives you the green light to go crazy. Good luck fighting an Edit on drugs with nothing to lose. And it buffs your team, I guess, but they don't do much anyways, and don't forget, Edit has 2 kits. The Edit Navu kit, which I call Credit, loses the mobility of Curling Bomb and Cooler in favor of cosplaying the Punisher from Marvel Rivals. Splat Bomb can work for displacing enemies lodged behind cover, but works better as a get the frick off me tool. The fuse time when rolled catches anybody who thinks a fleeing Edit is a free kill. And Crab Tank almost acts as a temporary upgrade to the weapon. Need to mount a one-man defense? Crab Tank go pesky backlines giving you trouble. Somebody really thought cover could save them? Literally have any problem at all. The vanilla kit might be stronger competitively due to its mobility and team benefits, but the credit kit is for those who don't want to get pushed around. Let's review everything so far. Edit boasts insane firepower and mobility at the cost of uptime. It typically runs gear that enhances its speed and special output, and both kits are strong, one centered on mobility and the other doubling down on firepower. But why does nobody use it? The short answer is just too slow. The long answer is that the 2-second charge time in matchup against backlines makes it fall off at top level play. But I remain optimistic. There's a lot of time left in this game. so maybe the meta will shift back into its favor. Nintendo just needs to execute every E-liter player. They deserve it anyways. This game will never stop growing. Each day something new gets brought up, tested, and optimized. I just hope Edit can get that treatment one day. Welcome to the end of the video. Writing this made me realize one thing. This whole content thing is kind of fun, and I definitely plan on doing this more. This video is not a guide to edit Splatling, it's more of an overview. I'm too inexperienced in the competitive scene and editing videos to make a quality guide yet. Maybe later. The next few videos I'll make will probably be something on Raiders until I get bored of the game, so stay tuned for those. If I can get some actual motivation, I'll buy a new mic and learn to not stutter when I speak. There's so much I want to do, so much I want to make. Summer is the best time to do it, even if we're halfway through our summer break already. Not sure if I want to do X-rank breakdowns, Sendou sets, or just breakdowns and weapons in general. The one thing this game really needs to grow is content creators. This is your sign to join in on the fun any way you see fit. Set a goal, follow through, and hold no regrets. And above all, stay sharp.